All right, it looks like we are, I'm gonna stop here for a second. We're in Queens, in Ridgewood to be exact. And we are gonna go take a ride from Ridgewood, Queens to Kew Gardens, which is also in Queens. It's a nice little ride, not too long. It's been a while. I'm just gonna try and get back to regular posting. I'm still trying to figure out what the long-term use of this
Cyprus Hill Street.
The long-term goal of this channel is.
In 800 feet, slight left onto Central Avenue.
And I'm using Google Maps for my directions because it's just easier. But I think I got a good shot. I'm pretty sure it looks okay. Although I'm gonna get hit by a car. I have to
slight left onto Central Avenue.
Yep, Central Avenue. Alright, let me just try and get across here. There we go.
Continue on Central Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
There we go. Yeah, Queens is not the most bike-friendly borough, definitely, especially out here. This kind of bike lane that's unprotected is usually the best. Usually the best you're gonna get. God damn, that was a pothole. But yeah, I do like doing these rides. Although I haven't done one in a while. Done one even. Yes, fucking Christ. Okay, that was my bad. I am a reckless bicyclist. He had the. Well, whatever. You know. I get too comfortable when it's this late at night and there's very little traffic. So that was my bad. Nice little eye opener for 2 in the morning, which was it's past 2 in the morning. It's almost 2:30 on a Thursday, the 24th. I mean, it's not the 25th, I believe. Yeah, it'll be June 25th. Let's see. Gotta be careful about crossing these roads, especially in Queens, because people go. There are a lot of reckless drivers here who go much faster than they should be. So it's on me to oh, it smells beautiful, by the way. It's the early summer in June, and a lot of flowering trees are blooming. It smells honeysuckle, especially. Very beautiful. Very beautiful scent in the air. I'm gonna stop at this intersection for a second just to make sure that I have a straight, it's not askew or anything. It looks alright to me. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. I'm just basically have my chin on my chest because it's around my neck, and I have my chin on my chest. And I'm just trying to glimpse the screen on the camera, but to make sure I have a good shot, a good angle, it's straight ahead. It's not pointing down too much. Oh, it really smells nice. It's really beautiful smell in the air. Lots of flowering trees. And it's not too bad out. It's not too cold, not too hot, not too chilly. Just right, just a good temperature. Probably high 60s, maybe mid to high 60s.
In 800 feet, continue on to Cooper Avenue.
And you'll hear my, probably hear my, yeah, okay, so I'm sure. You probably hear my Google Maps directions occasionally. So yeah, so this is like Queens, Eastern Queens, but there's a lot to Queens. You know, Queens is...
Continue on Cooper Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
Which one's Cooper Avenue? I think I'm gonna have to go under the bridge, which I'm not thrilled about. Is this Cooper? Yes, this is. Okay, well, maybe I can do the sidewalk. There we go. Again, as always, New York City is a safe place. The thing I'm always worried about is getting hit by a car, because that's the most dangerous thing I encounter riding at night like this is motor vehicles that are being driven recklessly, or I am riding a bicycle recklessly and putting myself in danger. So, but it's certainly not anything else. And where we're going is actually a very almost suburban-ish area. It's not, what would be considered a bad neighborhood by any stretch. Although, in this, it was the site of a famous murder, the Kew Gardens at Long Island Railroad train station. The alley near it was the site of the murder of Kitty Genovese, who was a bartender who, it could have happened anywhere, but why people still remember that story. We'll go by there, we'll take a look. I don't want to be too lurid, but I use the Long Island Railroad train station as a landmark, which is a reasonable thing to do, and then we're gonna hit Kew Gardens, and we're also gonna hit Forest Hill Stadium, and then that'll be the end of the ride. We'll end the ride at Forest Hills Stadium, and just a nice nighttime ride in Queens. Pretty easy. I'm gonna get back to. I do want to get back to the Bronx. Do a Bronx ride. Do a City Island ride on the Bronx, but I'm gonna have to bring my own bike for that. I think because of the range issues with these city bikes. I'm taking a city bike tonight because it's just convenient, and there's some hills and stuff, and I don't want to really have to just huff and puff up and down hills. I'm not really. I do ride a bike for exercise and transportation, but I'm not riding it for exercise. It was a kind of an interesting view. You can see the lights. There's like lights. This is a cemetery, and there's like lit monuments, little lights on the monuments, I guess, that people leave behind. Anyway. Away we go. It's like a 25-minute ride to Kew Gardens, and then Forest Hills is not far at all.
600 feet, turn right onto Metropolitan Avenue.
Turn right 600 feet, which is almost certainly at the lights. Kew Gardens, Queens was named obviously after.
Turn right onto Metropolitan Avenue.
Yeah. Kew Gardens, Queens was named after obviously the Kew Gardens in London, which was like a kind of fancy upper.
Metropolitan Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
A fancy upper class neighborhood. And at the time, at least at the time when Kew Gardens, Queens was built. And it's really kind of a, I don't know, I don't know what to call it. It's like a, 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 was like a middle class area. It still is. It's like, well, not middle class anymore because of the real estate prices getting so crazy. But so, you know, houses in Kew Gardens are worth millions now. So it's no longer middle class. It's still very nice, very pleasant neighborhood. It's just middle class people can't afford to live there anymore unless they inherited their home or won the lottery. That's nice. The motor seems to be giving out a little on this. It's always fun, even though it has like 35 miles. That's always great. Yeah. I didn't want to huff and puff it. Now I'm pedaling a fucking, you know, heavy electric bike or e-bike, you know. Hopefully it'll kick back in. This area of Queens is, you know, often set up as like a kind of a intended, some of it at least, is intended to have kind of a small town feel or a suburban feel about it. And many parts of Queens are definitely quite ugly, you know. It's the most like sort of sprawled out area with you know, the kind of stuff you expect in like, I don't know, Phoenix or Houston or like the uglier parts of LA or along Route 17 in New Jersey or something. Just like gas stations and strip malls and stuff. And banks and really not much else. But this area is much nicer. It has its, like where we're going. I mean, this is also, you know, pleasant. This is a perfectly pleasant area. Has, you know, like this kind of faux, I don't even know how to tutor slash, I don't know what. It's like a fantasy, almost fantasy architecture in a way.
Turn left onto Ascan Avenue.
It's kind of, in a way, it's kind of what classless Americans would think of as fancy or quaint. But it is, but because it's like, it is kind of quaint because of what it is.
Turn left onto Ascan Avenue.
You know, in a weird way, is this the road? This is 72. This can't be it. Oh, turn left. Right. Okay, so that's the way. I'm dumb. I don't know where my left and my right. But you know, in a way, I kind of like, you know, the phony kind of
quarter mile. Turn right onto Greenway South.
Tudor style and kind of other kinds of European style architecture. Like it's this faux old world architecture because it's like, it's not, I embrace the phoniness of it because it was like some guy just decided, you know, I'm gonna make my house look like that or my office building look like that, you know, and it's like almost in a weird way an expression of an individual personality in some ways. That's weird, but at the same time trying to like copycat classic architecture, but in a kind of chintzy way. Yeah, see, like tree-lined streets, very Queens becomes very suburban in places like this. And this is where like what used to be relatively middle class, maybe slightly upper middle class homes are now
At the light, turn right onto Greenway South.
very pricey, millions of dollars. So Greenway South.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto 78th Avenue, Rockrose Place.
I didn't hear if he said left or right. I think it's left, but let me just double check. Oh yeah. Where am I supposed to go? Greenway South. Okay. I am going the right. I was going the right way. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's very tree-lined, manicured lawns and garages, car garages, and very unlike what people think of New York City, you know. It is a bit of the suburbs. Like, look at this, the houses like this. This is New York City, this is Queens, you know. And the streets are full of these, you know. Like, I'm actually worried I'll get like in trouble with the police. I do feel like I'm in a suburban neighborhood where like someone's gonna call the cops on me for riding a bike around here in the middle of the night. That really sucks when an e-bike gives out.
Turn left onto 78th Avenue, Rockrose Place.
I wish there was like smell-o-vision because the air is just absolutely perfumed with honeysuckle.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Markwood Road.
Hopefully I can find another city bike dock. And I would imagine this is the kind of place that would... Is this Markwood Road? Greenway North. I assume I'm going... It's at 1,000 feet, but I almost feel like I was down 1,000 feet, but maybe not.
Onto Markwood Road, then continue onto Park Lane.
I mean, like these little ornate street lamps, and the parking here is probably like a neighborhood parking pass. I'm pretty sure actually I've tried to park around here for concerts, and oh, here we go, I got my power back, great. I've tried to park around here for concerts, and it's like all like neighborhood only parking. You have to be a resident, which is very rare in New York City. You know, parking is available to everybody. Well, I'm glad.
100 feet, turn left onto Jackie Robinson Parkway, Onslow Place.
Yeah, I'm glad I got my power back when I'm going up this hill.
At the light, turn left onto Jackie Robinson Parkway, Onslow Place, then turn right onto Grenfell Street, Jackie Robinson Parkway.
At the light? I don't even know what's going on here, but I don't see Jackie Robinson Parkway anywhere. Oh, so I think it's like just sticky brakes, maybe?
At the stop sign, turn right onto Grenfell Street, Jackie Robinson Parkway, then turn left onto 82nd Avenue.
Okay.
Turn left onto 82nd Avenue, Jackie Robinson Parkway, then turn right onto Austin Street.
This is a really nice neighborhood. I mean, at least it is. Yeah, here's the Long Island. We're approaching a Long Island.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Austin Street, then turn right.
Yeah. We're approaching Long Island Railroad Station, Kew Gardens Station.
Turn right into the parking lot, then turn left.
Okay, so, where was it? I think it was, I mean, it's around here. There's an alleyway. I don't know exactly. And now I'm going to go Forest Hill Stadium. Or yeah. It is 9 minutes away. Bye.
Exit the parking lot toward Austin Street.
Okay, I guess I'm going to... Wait, where am I going? I guess I'm going to the left. I'm going to go backtrack a little, I think. We'll see if that's correct.
Turn left onto Austin Street.
Yeah.
Continue on Austin Street for 1 mile.
And I forgot, I was like, I think I trailed off on the whole thing about Kitty Genovese is that the reason why it's famous is because her murder is famous is because there was an inaccurate story in the New York Times that like she screamed for help and nobody came to help her, and the real story was more complicated than that. There people did hear her but didn't believe it was as urgent. Like it didn't sound to them, and you know, people hear something, you never know, you know, it might, how people interpret someone in distress. It might not sound to them like they're in as much distress as they actually are, and that was the case. People did yell out the window, and it did cause the guy to run away. But the terrible thing is that she didn't make it to her apartment because he had stabbed her, and she was bleeding out in the alley, and he came back late, like 10 minutes later, and found her body and murdered her, like stabbed her and raped her. It's a really horrific story, but it's not it's a story that can happen anywhere. It wasn't because the city was, especially this area, was particularly dangerous. It was a maniac who followed her home from her work, which is very typical. I don't want to go in that tunnel. Seems a little unsafe for a bike. It doesn't look like there's like a way to, so I'm just gonna go up on the surface area, and if that can't get us there, then I don't know, we'll go. I guess we'll go back, but I don't want to be caught on a narrow road like that. Oh, it looks like I do have to. Shit. Okay. Well, I guess that settles that, so I do have to go. That's not fun. Again, the dealing with cars is the most dangerous aspect of biking at night in the city. It's not crime. Well, let's see how this goes. This would be nice if it were bike only. I don't even know how you get them that. I don't know if there's a way to get down in there, but I didn't see it. Oh good, I got the power back again. It's really like just a gorgeous night with just the most fragrant air. It's so nice. All the flowering trees. It's hard, I can't really describe how nice it is. It's just like the wind in your hair. It's a perfect temperature. It's not too hot. It's nice and quiet and peaceful. It's just great. It's a great night ride. So we're gonna come back. Well, I'm not gonna do the ride back. Maybe I will do some of the ride back because it is a different. We're going to go back a different way because we're coming back from Forest Hill Stadium. And Forest Hills, by the way, Forest Hill Stadium is in the neighborhood of Forest Hills. We would no longer be in Kew Gardens. And that is the neighborhood that the marvelous Miss Maisel is from, the TV series Marvelous Miss Maisel. She's originally from Kew Gardens.
left after LensCrafters.
Turn left after LensCrafters. That's okay. But this is like also very suburban, like in a way, or small, like an attempt at like kind of a small towny vibe. You know, like a town.
Turn left onto 71st Avenue, Kendall Avenue.
Like a
then
town
turn right
square-ish
onto
vibe. This is Forest Hills, and we're pretty close to the stadium. Sounds like we have a garbage truck.
Turn right onto Dartmouth Street.
What? I'm pretty sure it's this way. Where am I supposed to go? I think this way, but I want to make sure. Look at the map. But look at this. Like this is what I mean by like kind of the faux. I'm gonna turn right and down Dartmouth Street. Okay. This is like a little like pseudo-Tudor, pseudo-medieval town square kind of thing. There's a train station here. I think it's the Forest Hill Station. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'll put a graphic. I hope I didn't smudge the lens with my arm there. It's kind of like it's nice, but it's also, I mean, this. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly when, but this was like a planned community.
In 800 feet, turn right to stay on Dartmouth Street.
And this very faux Tudor buildings, apartment buildings, and it's very, it's very quaint and tacky at the same time. But it's a nice neighborhood, and and this is where the U.S. Open used to happen, the tennis match, Forest Hill Stadium. There's a lot of great shows happen here. It's a great venue for concerts.
At the stop sign, turn right to stay on Dartmouth Street. Then your destination will be on the right.
Yeah. And you might try to go around the perimeter of Forest Hills.
Destination is on the right.
Oh, yeah, here we go. You can't really see it in the dark, but we are going by Forest Hills. I think I can go around, be out on the intersection here. Ooh, God. Yeah, you can kind of see up there. We're gonna go around. Or just circumnavigate it and then head back. That's technically not technically the wrong way, but that should be fine. This hour, whenever it's a dead end. We'll see. Yeah, oh, here we go. Right here. I think this is the entrance that you usually go in. People walk down this road en masse. They shut the traffic down and people walk into this entranceway. It's one of the entranceways. I think it's one of the main entranceways. But I guess we're near the railroad tracks. Yeah, how lovely. There's subway tracks. One of those on this side. Yeah, that was Forest Hill Stadium. That was Long Island Railroad. That was Kew Gardens and Forest Hills. And now we're gonna head back. I'm gonna pop in the map some directions, and we will we'll ride a little bit more. I'll just keep the camera rolling. But let me get.
Head toward Burns Street.
Okay, there we go. Okay, where are we? Tennis by Burns Street. I don't know where. Is this Burns Street? I guess it will tell me. I'm just gonna go randomly. It will tell me if I'm going the right way or not.
Head toward 70th Avenue, Herrick Avenue.
There we go.
In 300 feet, turn right to stay on Dartmouth Street. At the stop sign, turn right to stay on Dartmouth Street.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
In 600 feet, turn left onto 69th Avenue.
Yeah, this is where we were before. So.
Stop sign, turn left onto 69th Avenue.
And we're heading back to Ridgewood. So we were in, 3 neighborhoods all together. We were in, ooh, that sucked. We're in,
on 69th Avenue for half a mile.
We're on, started in Ridgewood, went to Kew Gardens, and then went to Forest Hills, and now we're heading back to Ridgewood. So. So it's fun when they strip the surface asphalt, for resurfacing. So fun to ride on. I lost the power again. So. Yeah.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Metropolitan Avenue.
Yeah, we're gonna hit Metropolitan Avenue and take it all the way back to Ridgewood.
At the light, turn right onto Metropolitan Avenue.
And we were on Metropolitan Avenue, but I don't know if we were on this particular stretch necessarily. But anyway.
In a quarter mile, turn left after NYC Kitchen and Bath. Kitchen.
Why would I turn left? I'm just gonna take Metropolitan Avenue all the way. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take Metropolitan Avenue all the way because it's a different route. We're only on a small stretch of Metropolitan, and Metropolitan goes all the way through Brooklyn and Queens. It's am I gonna be able to get across? And I should be able to get across just fine. Woodhaven. Got the power back. It's just randomly.
At the light, turn left onto Cooper Avenue.
Yeah, I'm not going to take Cooper. I'm going to just keep going on Metropolitan because it's it's a interesting route.
Continue on Cooper Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
I don't think yeah, that's fine.
Head west on Metropolitan Avenue.
There we go.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto 80th Street.
It's going to keep telling me to turn off of Metropolitan, but I'm not going to turn until I hit Fresh Pond. This is the cemetery again we came across because we went by Cooper. We were on Cooper, and that stretch of Metropolitan Avenue back there was the stretch we were on before. But this, getting past the cemetery, we didn't even see the whole cemetery. There's like a cemetery on both sides of me. There's one, cemetery over there, cemetery over there. It's like two huge cemeteries. And very woodsy smelling with the trees. Plenty of trees around here because of making it a park-like area. And we got a bulldozer, looks like, coming down the road. Yeah. Bulldozer.
At the light, turn left onto 80th Street.
Wait, this is a different, this is like a different TD bank, or is this like become Fresh Pond? No, it's so much, but it's funny because there's on Fresh Pond there's also a TD bank and a like Metropolitan and Fresh Pond intersect.
Light, turn right onto 80th Street.
And
left onto Metropolitan Avenue, then turn right onto 80th Street.
And then unless I'm going the wrong way on Metropolitan Avenue, that would suck. Why would it send me the wrong?
400 feet, turn right onto 80th Street.
I don't think so.
Head towards 79th Street. Make a U-turn at 79th Street. Make a U-turn at 79th Street.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah, because we're going to come across. We're at Middle Village. That's where we're going. Also, I think this is where we are right now. The Metropolitan goes through Middle Village, and
head towards 78th Street. Then turn left after Dollar Tree.
And then I'm going to
turn left after Dollar Tree onto 78th Street. Then turn left
I'm
onto
going to
67th
shut
Drive.
this off in a minute because it's getting annoying.
Head towards 75th Street.
Alright.
In 800 feet, turn left onto 73rd Place.
There we go. Exit that. Shut that up because we don't need it. Yeah. This is... Oh yeah, I know exactly where this is. Yeah, so we're passing the Salvation Army, which is I know because I've done, because I, when I need to get rid of stuff, I need to donate. I'm not a big fan of the Salvation Army as an organization per se, but they will take literally anything. So they will take, and it's like you don't have to like, you just bring it there and they'll do whatever. If it's junk, they'll throw it away. If it's good, they'll sell it. And I know that's kind of a selfish thing to do, but Goodwill also, which I prefer at least because they're, I don't know if they're as overtly religious as Salvation Army. There probably is some religious component to Goodwill, I'm sure, but in any case, there aren't a lot of secular donation places, and a lot of places where you donate stuff, they have like requirements, of what you can donate, and the Salvation Army and Goodwill generally just don't give a shit. They'll take whatever, and they'll take whatever you dump on their doorstep, and then they'll sort through it and sell what's sellable and throw out what's garbage. I mean, at least it goes through a vetting process and it's, it's not like I just bring absolute garbage, but sometimes there's stuff, that you want to get rid of, that, there's good stuff you want to get rid of. I've given away tons of good things. I guess I have to like justify what I said about, what is going on with this guy? But I've given away perfectly good speaker sets and fucking electronic equipment and clothes, and all kinds of stuff. Middle village is not much to write home about, but they got a cemetery, another giant cemetery, a couple giant cemeteries, a BJ's warehouse, and a giant Catholic high school, Christ the King. It's not no great shakes over here in Middle Village. But Kew Gardens and Forest Hills are nice, and Ridgewood's cool. I used to live here a long time ago, and it wasn't great, but now it's gotten a lot better and more interesting. But we're getting close to Fresh Pond Road, so I think we'll end the video when we get to that intersection. Yeah, now that it's nice and warm out, I really should be doing this all the time, and I've just like kind of been procrastinating, but it's really great riding in this kind of weather at night, and it's nice and quiet, and the city is asleep, and I just love love this. Love riding. I've enjoyed for decades and decades of riding in New York City at night, and I've never had a problem, not once. Never felt in danger a single time. I've ridden all over, not all 5 boroughs, Staten Island. I don't really care about Staten Island, but I've Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and the Bronx. I've been all over. Never had a problem. So, oh my God, this fucking idiot without headlights on. A nice ending, to my video, getting hit by a car without his headlights on. But like I said, again, never had a problem except for vehicles. That is the biggest danger, riding, being out on the streets at night is vehicles, motor vehicles. But I guess we are now on Fresh Pond, so we just made that turn. I got distracted by almost being killed, but yeah, this is where we're gonna end the video. Everybody have a good night. I hope you enjoyed the little ride from Ridgewood to Kew Gardens to Forest Hills and a little dip through Middle Village and back to Ridgewood again. All right, everybody have a good night.